Hello, Sam from Sound on Sound magazine here. I'm at the NAMM show in Anaheim, California. I'm on the Apogee booth and I'm with Roger. Hello, Roger.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing well, just have a big announcement, and so we're really excited about this new product.
It's a big announcement. It's a small product.
Indeed.
Small, in particular, it's the smallest Apogee Symphony there ever has been.
Yeah, indeed, that's the case. So it really is symphony audio quality in a desktop format. And here it is, of course. And so, in some ways, users don't have to choose. Before it would be, okay, do I want the Symphony ultimate audio quality, or maybe I'll get one of their desktop units. And so now that choice is no longer necessary. They can get our absolute best conversion in the desktop format.
Okay, and one of the key features of the Symphony has always been that it's been a modular system.
Right.
But this is a fixed complement of I/O, is it?
It's most definitely fixed complement of I/O. Again, I think it's really that flagship conversion. Also the user interface for Symphony I/O you have on Symphony Desktop as well. So you've got that big touchscreen, got the large encoder, and so it's it's a pretty comprehensive and immersive user interface right on the top panel.
So you get mic preamps as well as line and level inputs and digital I/O as well. So what's the arrangement there?
So you basically have two mic line instrument inputs on the rear panel. They use what we call our advanced step gain mic preamps, which really have a great reputation. 75 dB of gain. People really have found them to be very effective. You've also got a FET-driven input on the front panel, ultra high impedance, optimized for guitars. So that's what you have for inputs. And then outputs, you've got two balanced line outputs, plus two assignable headphone outputs, individually assignable. So you've got a 1/4 inch on the front, 1/8 inch on the back, so you don't have to find the adapter. You can kind of find the headphone output for the headphones you've got.
Wonderful. And internally, I understand there's quite a bit of DSP power going on inside there.
Indeed, yeah. So it's really bringing together all of the technology that we've offered over the last couple of years. So we have our dual path DSP processing technology in the box. And so that means we can run Apogee FX on the onboard DSP hardware or natively in your DAW. And you get those kind of workflow advantages. I think our big deal is use our plugins the way you want to. So you want to use them natively, don't even need to connect the Apogee hardware. You want to print through them, you can do that using onboard DSP. And then we've got our kind of dual path link workflow. And really the whole idea there is making direct monitoring with plugins simple and intuitive. So you get kind of all of that in the Symphony Desktop.
So you can record while monitoring the signal through these plugins, and then at the mix you can easily recreate what you heard in the recording stage.
And the whole idea with the dual path link is that you actually can link the native and hardware DSP plugins so that you can do everything from your DAW window. You don't even need to even open our app to get that advantage. It's the kind of thing that you explain it, kind of get a little lost, but you try it, and it's just, you're working into your DAW, you're opening plugins, you're manipulating the signal, and just everything works as you would expect it.
So how is computer connection handled? Is this a Thunderbolt device or a USB device?
So this is USB, and I know there'll be lots of questions. I think one of the kind of fundamental, let's say, mission statements was this idea of cross-platform compatibility. We think that iPad Pro and the iPads is still kind of an important platform. So we wanted to be able to connect up to the iPad Pro, and of course it's also Mac and Windows. But it is USB using a Type-C connection.
Excellent. Well,
the last thing is this will be the first product to have mic preamp emulation.
Ooh, yes. Tell me about this.
Yeah. So, and we have this thing that we call Apogee Alloy. And the name actually means something, alloy, a combination. So we are combining technologies. So we have an analog circuit stage in our mic preamp emulation that's not just input impedance, but it's also kind of transient shaping and kind of harmonic spectrum. That's all happening in the analog domain. And then we have a onboard DSP section where frequency response and other aspects. So our mic preamp emulation is the combination of these two technologies. So hopefully it's going to be the most kind of authentically analog mic preamp emulation that you've ever heard.
And this is specific to this product, or will it be available on other modules in the Symphony range?
So for the moment, this is specific to Symphony Desktop.
Wow. So when can we expect Symphony Desktop to be available?
The big question. So it will be first quarter 2020.
And do you have pricing in mind yet?
Yeah, so we do, absolutely. So Symphony Desktop Plus, we're introducing a new Apogee FX plugin that we call the Symphony Channel Strip. So to get the hardware plus that channel strip is $1,299. So it is the most accessible Symphony ever. And then we actually have another deal that we call the Symphony Desktop Complete FX. There you get all of our plugins for only $100 more. So that's $1,399. You get all of our Apogee FX plugins, $500 value. So either start with the one plugin for $1,299 or to get them all for $1,399.
Well, that sounds pretty competitive.
Yeah, we're out there.
Cool. Well, look forward to trying it out. Thanks very much, Roger.
Good. Sam, thank you.